network all over the MPLS. So that's the attack I talked about. If you sit somewhere inside Brussels, you can make some attacks over the cloud and up-spoof maybe some communication, which is normally from this server to this server, goes over the MPLS cloud, again back to the attacker. We are used this attacks, or we looked at this attacks are possible, and yes, they are. We tested with Yersinia, maybe you know it, and it works.
Okay. There is the tool MPLS Town again, which is also capable to open layer 3 virtual interface, which is part of such a virtual circuit over the MPLS cloud. So you're also able to inject some layer 2 Ethernet frames into these virtual circuits and take part on the virtual Ethernet network. So, and just for completeness, there is another tool called LDP CLI, which is a command line interface for the LDP protocol. LDP is the protocol used to distribute the virtual circuit information over the MPLS cloud. So if you're inside the cloud and use both of these tools, you're able to peer with one PE router and take part on a virtual circuit. So again, you're able to inject Ethernet frames from the cloud into some customer network. Okay, some wrap up on Ethernet. Carrier Ethernet, it's a really interesting approach. It's a really cool technology. Think about you're using an Ethernet cable which goes from Amsterdam to New York. You can't do this with a physical cable. You need such technologies. And just we are old school networkers, as I said, we really like that technologies. But it changed your whole trust model. You have to trust your provider. Okay, so we got one demo left. We saved it for the last because we think it's actually the coolest one. So, and in the past, everyone said, okay, nobody will ever try to do this. And we will have some fun with multi-protocol BGP. Multi-protocol BGP is the protocol used for peering some layer 3 VPNs, actually for distributing the information. Okay, I got a site, Brussels, which is connected to customer Intel. And if you want to reach this site, please use the label 15. What we'll do now is Roger will show you all the layer 3 VPN routing information on one PE, and after that I will launch up my tool again. So now this is the global routing table. Please show routing table for VRF red. So right. Okay, you see we got two sites. One is directly connected, it's the 112 network, and one is reachable via another MPLS speaking PE, it's the 113 network. Okay, I will switch to my notebook and launch up BGP CLI again. Now, because we are speaking multi-protocol BGP, I need to set up some parameters first, which are just saying, okay, I'm including some information into my hello packages, which are saying I'm multi-protocol capable. I also can do some route refresh feature and so on. This is necessary for the remote peer to establish a multi-protocol BGP session with us. After that, I set up the global session parameters again, and I'm getting connected to the other peer. So nothing new until now. Now I will paste in this little nice BGP update statement, which just says, okay, I got a new location. I got a site called, I don't know, Munich, and this site Munich got this IP address inside, so please all traffic to this IP address redirect to site Munich. And site Munich is actually reachable via the next hop 10.10.10.10, which is my IP address. So after setting up this BGP update statement and sending it out, we'll switch back to Roger's notebook.
And the good thing about this talk is we have a break after this, so we can have some overtime. Maybe.
No, we won't need it.
Okay. So. As you can see, there's again a neighbor up and a next hop, maybe reachable.
Yeah, there is something. I'm actually not taking part on the backbone OSPF routing process, so I can't distribute a loopback address. So I need to use my real physical address in the MPLS cloud. This is why the Cisco device says, oh, there may be something misconfigured. But as you see, there is a new route popping up, which includes exactly the IP address injected. So this is actually a new site, a third site in the MPLS VPN spawning up, just by injecting some multi-protocol BGP packages. And we now can take part on the whole MPLS VPN stuff, and yeah, spawning up a new site. Okay, there is a net 80.0.0.0 square 8 located on site Munich. And if you ever try to reach some official IP address inside this square 8, all the traffic got redirected to site Munich.
This is pretty cool.
I think so. Okay. So we got some summary and outlook left. All these new funky backbone technologies got really cool features, and we need such technologies in nowadays, but they got a debatable trust model. And what we want to do is just make you intent of this. Just give you something to think about. Think about your trust model. Think about if you trust your carrier, and if you don't trust your carrier, you need to do something against these attacks. It's just that simple. We want to make you aware of this.
Yeah, to know that you know what's possible.
So, okay, we got some final wisdom left. It's just taken from RFC 1925, and it says, okay, you can't actually fully understood what's going on in the network if you don't run such an operational network. So if you're really interested in this stuff, get your hands on some devices and look what's possible. So this is, and just follow the simplicity principle from another RFC called 3439. Just read about that. Okay, so we're finished. There is never time enough. I could do a lot of more cool demos, but I hope this is enough for now. Are there any questions?
For all the BGP stuff, nowadays most of the carriers filter out the prefixes that are announced by a BGP peer using Cisco prefix lists. So if the operator use that principle correctly, we're pretty safe, aren't we?
Yeah, that's right. There is some prefix filtering going on the global BGP instances, but we've done some audits on MPLS backbone networks, and we've never seen some filtering inside the backbone network.
Yes, and also filtering is control and not trust. So if you trust someone, you don't have to control him. It's a kind of mitigating control by filtering, but as Daniel said, in MPLS backbones, mostly you do not see this.
So you assume a trusted core. Why should you filter?
I was more speaking about the internet BGP.
Yeah, the global BGP routing mechanism. Yeah. That's right. There is a lot of filtering going on, but as the incident mentioned earlier in the talk shows, not all carriers are doing that filtering. Otherwise, there couldn't be such incidents.
Yeah, big carriers